Hello everyone. How's it going? Alright, so this is my first time streaming. um, can everyone hear me? Hello everyone. How's it going? Alright,
Hello,
everyone. How's it
This is
going?
my
First time streaming.
Whoops. Okay, let's
Let's
not get that echo in there.
Can
This is
everyone
my
hear
first
me?
time streaming.
Hello.
But yeah,
how's it going?
for those of you who might just
Can
stumble in
everyone hear
here
me?
and whatnot,
Hello everyone. How's it
so-
going? First time streaming.
our lovely voice actress for Jazz. Usually she
This
streams
is
on
my
her
first
channel
time
on
streaming.
Saturdays at 6 o'clock. For those of you who, but she's on
might
vacation,
go with
so
that.
I was like,
Whatnot.
hey, what if I
so,
kidnapped your
for those
other
of you
mod,
who
our
are
lovely
lovely
voice
voice
actress
actress
for
for
Jazz,
Jazz.
and usually she streams on
first time streaming.
we stream.
Our
So,
lovely
voice
voice
actress
actress
for
for
Jazz.
Jazz.
That's what we're going to be doing tonight.
So I was like, hey,
And I'm going to have Smee join me on here in a bit.
what if I kidnapped
Our lovely voice actors for Jazz. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. Smee join me on here in a bit. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. Our lovely voice actors for Jazz. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. Off to a great start, it seems. Off to a great start, it seems. All right, let's try that again. Off to a great start, it seems. Okay, so all right, let's try that again. So anyway, the voice actress of Jazz, she usually streams at 6 p.m. on Saturdays, but she's on vacation this week. So all right, so I said, so anyway, hey, what if instead of you streaming, I streamed instead? The voice actress of Jazz, I kidnapped your other mod, 6 p.m. on Saturdays, and so, but she's on vacation this week. So all right, so I said, so anyway, hey, what if instead of you streaming, I streamed instead? The voice actress of Jazz, I kidnapped your other mod, 6 p.m. on Saturdays, and so, but she's on vacation this week. So all right, so I said, so anyway, hey, what if instead of you streaming, I streamed instead? The voice actress of Jazz, I kidnapped your other mod, 6 p.m. on Saturdays, and so, but she's on vacation this week. So all right, so I said, so anyway, hey, what if instead of you streaming, I streamed instead? The voice actress of Jazz, I kidnapped your other. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this is definitely going into the stream highlights. Anyway, I'm just going to keep going and assume that the audio is good. You guys tell me if it's too loud or not.
Oh my
And
gosh. Okay.
I'm gonna
well,
go ahead
this is definitely
and
going
call
into the
Smee,
stream highlights.
and we'll get him in here.
Anyway,
before
I'm just
I
gonna keep
drive
going
all of you
and
insane,
assume
you know.
that the audio is good.
All right.
You guys tell me if it's too loud or not. Um,
Oh my
and
gosh. Okay.
I'm gonna
well,
go ahead
this is
and
going
call
into the
Smee,
highlights.
and we'll get him in here.
Anyway,
before I drive all of you insane, you know.
the audio is good.
All right. You guys tell me if it's too loud or not.
Oh my
and
gosh. Okay.
I'm gonna
well,
go ahead
and
going call
into the
Smee,
highlights.
and we'll get him in here.
Anyway,
before I drive all of you insane, you know.
The audio is good.
All right. Yeah, no, it's no problem. I'm trying to see. I don't know what is going on, man. Sorry, what? Okay. Actually, wait. I don't know if your audio is. I don't know if your audio is coming through on this stream. Uh. Okay. All right. Man, this is turning into a how to fail at stream beginnings. I tried testing it. There wasn't an issue before, but you know. All right. I might try calling you back in like 1 second. All right, 1 minute. All right. Am I echoing now? Oh my gosh! And now Katori is here to Katori is here to see my absolute fail. All right, 1 second. You know, you do all this troubleshooting, and then, you know, it all just kind of. Wait, there's. I sound normal? There's no echoing? Did I figure it out? Okay. Okay, I think we've got it. Yay. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, I hung up on Smee for a second there because I was like, well, let's make sure that you know, I sound normal first. Okay, cool. Guys, we got out of the Hall of Echoes. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's. All right, let's see if okay. Next step. Let's see if we can get Smee back in here. All right. Let's see. Okay, for now you get some mouse clicking ASMR. Hope you guys like that. All right. All right, so okay, so yes, piggies. Jazz is petting Smee's Eevee in the background there. Out of like all the stuff I kind of like prepared for this stream, I think that's probably my favorite thing, just because I don't know, it just looks adorable back there. All right. All right. Smee, just hold on a second. Wait, can you guys hear Smee? No, I can't hear him. Okay. No. Okay, guys can't hear Smee. Okay. Well, okay. We're just came in like a wrecking ball, and we're gonna keep on wrecking. Okay, but Smee can hear me. Okay. Well. Oh wait, what? I got a donation on Ko-fi. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. So before stream, Masternode actually donated, just to like see if Ko-fi was working right. So yeah, thanks Masternode for that. I really appreciated that. I wasn't really expecting any. Okay. Yeah, and you guys can all hear my frantic typing as I'm trying to figure everything out here. Okay. Yeah. Well, welcome AJ. I guess I didn't really greet everyone because I was trying to make sure I wasn't as I'm trying to figure echoing into the inky abyss. So yeah, hi everyone. Thanks for joining me tonight. Typing as I'm trying to figure everything out here. Well, welcome AJ. I guess I didn't really greet everyone because I was trying to make sure I wasn't as I'm trying to figure echoing into the inky abyss. Hi everyone. Yes, these are probably should joining me everyone tonight. Trying to make sure I wasn't as I'm trying to figure everything out into the abyss. Hi everyone. Thanks for joining me tonight. As I'm trying to figure everything out. Welcome AJ. Yes, these are. Nope. Okay, okay. So, okay. Okay, so it really doesn't like when I have like anything else. Okay, man, I thought I played with it, quite a bit before the stream, but apparently not enough. But you know what? Learning experience. Next time I will be absolutely unstoppable. All right, all right. Yeah, Caesar, I probably should have got some like music to put in the background to distract during you know the absolute madness. But it's fine. It's fine. All right. Now, how the heck am I supposed to get Smee in here? All right. Da, da. Okay, let's try calling him again, and we're gonna see if I can hear him, or if you guys can hear him. If anyone can hear him, that's a step in the right direction. Okay. All right. So he's on call, and again, I can't hear him. Not hearing him through the stream either. Okay. Do you by any chance have me muted? No, it says unmuted. Oh my gosh. Yes, hello, Jimbo. We're just out here, panicking and screaming. Good old fashioned. All right. Okay. Okay. Well, let's try this. We're just out here, panicking and screaming.
You just do your own thing, brother.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, let's try this. Okay. We're just out here, panicking and screaming. Okay. Well,
You just
let's
do your own
try
thing, brother.
this. Okay. All right. We're just out here, Okay. Well, panicking and screaming. This.
You just
Good
do
old
your own
fashioned.
thing, brother.
Okay. We're just out here, panicking and screaming. Okay. Well,
You just
let's
do your own
try
thing, brother.
this.
Well, that one didn't. That's no good.
We're just out here, panicking and screaming. Okay.
You
Well,
just
let's
do your own
try
thing, brother.
this. Okay. We're just out here, we're just out here,
The echo's back. Well, that's just wonderful.
Let's
Well,
try
if
this. Good old fashioned.
well, that one didn't. Hearing That's no good.
We're just
Me
out here,
echoed a bit.
Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, we had Smee for a split second there. Um, all right. Okay. Wait, yeah, he was here. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. There's no cooler sound than Smee going, "You just do your thing, brother." Okay. There's no cooler sound than Smee going, "You just do your thing, brother." Yeah, it's true. There's no cooler sound than Smee going, "You just do your thing, okay, brother." There's no cooler sound than Smee going, "You just do your thing, brother."
You just do your
Okay,
thing,
that's
brother.
true.
Don't worry about me, mate.
There's no cooler sound than Smee going, "You just do your thing, brother." Yeah, it's true. There's no cooler sound than Smee. There's no cooler going. Sound. Okay. Oh, okay, he was back again, but I'm echoing now. Okay, what the heck? Okay. What? Okay, what the heck is going on? It's like when I get Smee to come in. I'm using Streamlabs, Jimbo, and yeah, to Ty, if Katori is watching right now, she's probably feeling a mix of absolute hilarity and also uh pity. Okay. All right. Oh, Caesar's leaving. All right. See ya, Caesar. Thanks for popping in to see me slowly drown. All right. All right. To my audio output to capture Streamlabs. All right. Okay. Let's see if this echoes. All right. Well, if we, if we can't get this all figured out, then I'm not gonna make y'all sit here till 8 o'clock as I click around and try to figure out how to stream. Um, oh my gosh. Yeah. Meanwhile, Smee is over here hearing things like a couple seconds before they come up on stream. Oh my gosh, no, piggies, I'm not gonna stream until 9 as you guys watch me absolutely flop around on my desktop trying to figure out how to speed get Smee in here and, figure out how to stream. But yeah, it's true. I guess you gotta learn how to walk before you can run. All right. Um, I could. All right. I could. That is a good point. I could call Smee on my phone, and then he can just be, some super compressed audio coming through, coming through on the stream. But you know what? It might be better than nothing. Oh, we're we're also getting a few we're actually getting a few Kofi donations. Egrich SMG said, "Hey, what's up?" What's up is this. Just trying to stream and figure out how all the YouTubers of the world have done this before me. We actually got one from Bobby too. Thanks for making my day, Thor. Had a bit of a rough one. This put a smile on my face. Well, Bobby, if if the Hall of Echoes and my absolute descent into madness can make your day a bit better, then it's not a total loss. All right. Okay. All right. I think we're gonna try that calling Smee on the phone idea. Hopefully it doesn't echo into oblivion as it has been. What? Oh, okay. Now I have to log into my AU Thor Discord because of course I do. Because I'm signed into my personal Discord, and so like if I needed to call Katori I could, but okay. Discord. Log in. Man, this is if this is what you guys signed up for for relaxing while your ASM artist is on vacation, oh boy, I hope you're relaxed. Maybe we can call it wholesome boyfriend panics on Discord while everyone watches him. Okay, hold on. It looks like Shogo's doing some digging for us. I looked it up. It says open Streamlabs desktop. Go to settings. Click on virtual camel. Okay, virtual camera. Install and click start. Go to Discord. In the group chat. Okay. No, AJ, you didn't really miss anything. We're still just trying to figure out how to get Smee in here. Okay. I looked it up. It says open Streamlabs desktop. Okay, that's open. Go to settings. Click start. Go to Discord. Honestly, it's kind of surprising that like Discord and YouTube haven't streamlined something like this, because there's so many people that they'll call on Discord when they're gaming, or All right. Well, dang. I don't know if we're going to be able to get Smee in here, except for those two really random blips of him going, you just do you, brother. Don't ask me to do a British accent. I will embarrass myself. I had a whole thing prepared. So Katori is gonna go on like vacation part 2 later. So I mean, hey, if she's gonna miss another another evening of streaming, I'm sure I could figure out how to get him in here by then. All right. I need a drink of water. Well, in the meantime, yeah. Dang, I prepared like an entire list of like 50 questions, and I was going to make Smee pick random numbers, and there were questions that like just, I don't know, I like icebreakers, but also I added some in for any potential like funny stories about just things that I've done with Katori. But honestly, just before the stream, she was telling me, she was like, hey Thor, make sure you don't like expose me or anything. So I'm like, yes, of course. I'm gonna be like, well, here's her real name, here's her home address, her social security number, as if I remember those things off the top of my head. Oh, hey, that's an idea, Jimbo. What if Smee streamed on Twitch and I showed up there? I don't know if that would fix anything, but yeah. See, I think because like what keeps happening is that on Streamlabs, there's a couple different like selections for audio. There's desktop audio, your mic, and then your speakers / headphones. So I have headphones in, so it's not even coming out of my monitor. But for some odd reason, every time I unmute the desktop audio option, that's when it starts echoing more and more and more and more and more. And so not gonna put you guys through the Hall of Echoes again. That's where true madness lies. We're getting Lovecraftian here. But yeah, Smee on Discord, I'm sorry, my dude, but I wanted to get you in, but I guess we'll just have to do our madness at a later date once I know how to stream correctly. All right. Yeah, Shogo. She definitely thought that I would like accidentally say it, and like funny enough, I actually sometimes I'll like refer to myself in the third person when I'm like talking about a scenario or something. But then when I go to do that like on stream, then I go to say my actual name instead of Thor, and it's like, oh, so I'd probably expose myself long before I exposed her. But yeah, no, here we're definitely gonna have one heck of a highlight reel for Katori to watch when she comes back. My gosh. Yeah, she's I told her I'd make her a highlight reel so that when she comes back from her vacation and she picks up streaming again, well, since she was already in here and witnessed part of the madness, she'll be like, so did Thor actually get it fixed or did he not? And she will see very quickly, no, he did not get it fixed. But we're just gonna roll with it. You make do. You make the best of all your situations, and that's some Thor wisdom. All right. But yeah, so I guess man, how does Katori like spend 2 hours just like talking to herself largely? But yeah, so I guess since all my previous plans have gone out the window, yeah, do you guys have like questions and stuff for me, since I also need to get used to interacting with chat, because I the only time that I've ever appeared on a stream before was the interview that Katori did. But she she handled all the technical stuff. I just showed up. There we go. Ty, what's your favorite movie? Wow, thank you. A topic I can actually talk about. But yeah, so my favorite movie, gosh, it honestly kind of changes from time to time. Yeah, I don't know. It's anything from like the Lego Movie to Kung Fu Panda. Ooh, Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Like people have barely even heard of that movie, but it's with the Night at the Museum guy, Ben Stiller. Yeah, it's with Ben Stiller, and honestly, it's just like a really solid like sort of indie film. But yeah, if you guys want like a chill night movie, I would definitely say Secret Life of Walter Mitty. But she answers a bunch of nonsense questions. Good point. She'll go off talking about, or God forbid she does ranting about Batman, or some some piece of media that she doesn't like. Ooh, thoughts on Jurassic Park, Craig says. Okay, Jurassic Park is probably one of my favorite, like, I don't know, what do you call a movie from like the 90s at this point? This is definitely not vintage retro, but yeah, no, I love Jurassic Park. That movie is just like endlessly quotable. And also, like, okay, so everyone knows Hollywood has been trying to nostalgia, that's the word. Thanks, Ty. Yeah, so like everyone knows Hollywood has been struggling to make like that strong female character, and ironically, they're just like not writing them very well. But Jurassic Park in the 90s, they had probably one of the strongest female characters in like cinema with Dr. Ellie Sattler, because like she never had a moment to, quote unquote prove that she was as good as her male peers. She just was. So like, I'm a writer, And so I just like well-written characters and well-written stories. So, of course, that's if you have a well-written character, guy or girl, I'm gonna enjoy that. Anyway, there's my little Jurassic Park rant. Ben Stiller's best movie was Tropic Thunder. Oh gosh. Yeah, Tropic Thunder. You got to be in a right state of mind to watch that. They just write men, then switch the gender. Yeah, they do that. That is something that they kind of do. It's like, yeah, because we don't want gender to like dictate everything that we do, but that's just the reality we kind of find ourselves in. But when it's a group of doctors and specialists, then they should just act like doctors and specialists like they do in Jurassic Park. So all right. I don't know, Echo. The Tropic Thunder is I watched it one time, and it was like very, very late at night with my brothers and my cousins, and it was just like, yeah, that movie is it is something else. Iron Pima. You should give my book a read. I should. I remember you saying that you had a book on Twitter, and yeah, I'd love to give it a read, because like, oh gosh, I have an entire bookcase behind me full of books that are like, oh, time to I bet. Oh my gosh. Streaming also makes you very painfully aware of how much you stutter and like fall over your words. Anyway, yeah, I have a whole list of books that I just need to read. And like, let's see, the one that it took me like 2 years to finish 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I bought it while I was working at a bookstore, and so like all the books that I got, they were discounted. And so I started reading it, and like, it's not bad. It's written really good, but the plot is a little paper thin, in my opinion. It had a great beginning because, it's like, yeah, the three characters, they get thrown overboard, and then they get picked up by Captain Nemo, and they're like being held hostage, and it's like, that's cool. And then the book just kind of meanders until the end, and then it ends. Some classics, they can be hit or miss. Yeah, I worked at a bookstore. I've worked so many odd jobs in my life. Like, my friends would actually like kind of like poke fun at me in school, because every summer I would basically have a new job, and it would basically be not related to the last one at all. My first job, I was a lifeguard. My second job was, I don't remember. But yeah, I've worked at bookstores. I've been lifeguarding, done lifeguarding. I've worked at a flower shop, for gosh sakes. But like that one time you were a lifeguard bloke. Yep, that was. Okay, let's see. Let's talk about that. Do I have any lifeguarding stories? Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Lifeguard rant time. Okay. So my first year lifeguarding, I knew the head lifeguard. He was the brother of one of my friends, who coincidentally had the same name as me. But so I knew it was kind of like an easy in to get in, get hired and everything. And so So I got in, and the first year it was great. I had fun. Well, when you're lifeguarding, you're super like self-conscious about your body because the uniform is shorts. And so like that was fun. It was cool. Of course, I was gonna come back the next year. Only problem is that my boss, not the head lifeguard. Well, the head lifeguard left too, but the person who like oversaw us, he left, and they hired this new person. I don't know where they dug her up from, but she was not a certified lifeguard. She had no like experience overseeing lifeguards, and they just put her in charge. Okay, so good start, but she kept trying to put in a bunch of rules that just like didn't really make a lot of sense. But we were the lifeguards, so we kind of got final say regardless. But anyway, that second year, the pool had closed, and there was a second location that was like, it was just kind of like a pond, more natural sort of swimming. But at the end of the season, they opened the pool back up. They had remodeled it and everything, and so, of course, everyone wanted to go. And so, here's some lifeguarding facts. For every 25 people, you're supposed to have one lifeguard. There were probably 200 people at the pool that day, and there were 4 lifeguards. 3 first years, and then me, a second year. Wow. Thanks, boss. So, disaster is already brewing, but on top of it, they had like a whole bunch of new like add-ons to the pool. Like it wasn't just like water in a thing. They also had like sprinklers, and the shallow end kind of sloped into the water. And so of course the kids, they like it, like any sprinkler, they like running through the water. And so the kids kept running into the shallow end, and honestly, I knew exactly where this was heading. So yeah, at a certain point, a kid was like running down, and he slipped and he fell. And so the shallow end guard went and started taking care of him. My boss was standing next to me, and she was just like talking to me. And then the shallow end lifeguard, he's like, "Hey boss, I think you broke his arm." And so she goes over, and I'm just sitting there at the middle chair. I'm just like, oh gosh. Because we know how this story ends. They're all first years. I'm the senior lifeguard. I'm more senior than my boss. Sure enough, she comes over like completely panicking. And she's like, "Hey, Thor, do you think you could handle this? Because he's just a first year." And so I'm like, "Yeah, all right, let's do this." So I get out of my chair, and I go over and assess the damage. The kid had some like water wings on, so like I had to get those off if I was gonna like do anything to help him. And so I was like, "Boss, do you know where like the medical scissors are?" She didn't. So I'm telling the shallow end lifeguard, I'm like, "Hey, like go get the stuff that I need. Like I'm gonna need to tie a splint. We need to call an ambulance." And so as I'm doing all of this, as I'm trying to literally set this panicking child's arm into place, my boss is just like panicking over my shoulder. I kind of just want her to go away. But, situation all worked out in the end. We were able to get him taken care of and all that. So, there's my lifeguarding story. If you guys are ever in a position to hire someone to oversee like public safety, make sure that they're trained in it as well. But yeah, that's my like big lifeguard story, I'd say. As far as like rescuing anyone and like performing CPR or anything, I saved a bat. A bat flew into the pool. I've never seen a bat swim, but bats can swim. They just kind of like flap their little wings in the water. All right. Yeah, definitely went off of there. You see, I'm usually like very level-headed most of the time, but then a topic comes up that it's like, wow, you can that definitely brought up some intense emotions, didn't it, Thor? Mr. Top Hat is in chat. Hello, welcome to the stream. You missed you missed the absolute madness at the beginning. Oh my gosh, no piggies. I didn't save the bat that started the worldwide whatever madness of the past. When did that start? That was 2020. That was, gosh, 3 years ago. They can climb very well. I've never seen a bat climb. I've seen a bat swim. I've seen a bat fly. I've seen a bat man. I've never seen a bat climb, though. That's the point of just chatting stream, my boy. You chat. You know, fair, Smee. And I was trying to have some extra chat with you, but, you know, plans fall through. Is what it is. Alright. Someone mentioned, not to like backtrack super far back to books, but someone mentioned the picture of Dorian Gray and that they like didn't like it. That was a classic that I actually did really like. Yeah, the picture of Dorian Gray was like, so Dorian Gray is kind of like nothing how he's depicted in movies. I don't know if anyone has seen League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Real strange movie, but basically it takes a bunch of like literary heroes and like makes them superheroes basically. But I don't know. Yeah, so Dorian Gray is like, so there's this guy who's just like super good looking. You know, he turn the straightest, make the straightest men question themselves. But you know, so he has a portrait painted of him, and so you know, they have a friend who's kind of like, he just likes to talk like super philosophically. Honestly, I'd probably get along with him if he wasn't like super skeezy as well. But so Dorian Gray, he sees this picture and they're like, you know, oh man, it sucks that you know, the movie will never change, but you know, you're gonna get old. You're gonna get, you know, if you do bad things, like things are gonna happen to you. You're gonna get scars. You're gonna get all that stuff. And Dorian Gray is like, oh no, like if only this painting would like bear the brunt of that for me. And, you know, whether you want to say it was magic, whether you want to say it was just because of plot, it basically happens. And so, you know, Dorian Gray, he starts kind of exploring this over the course of the book, you know, seeing how far he can push it. Initially, he kind of strings this girl along, and you know, when he realizes that like he doesn't like her that way, he like completely breaks her heart. And like that's the first change that he sees in the portrait, is that like it has like an evil smirk. And so he's like, oh, that's weird. So then he starts like kind of experimenting, and he starts doing like, you know, illicit substances and meeting with women of the night and whatnot, you know, a bunch of Victorian era kind of stuff, without getting too unwholesome. And you know, everything he does, it happens to the picture instead of him. And like as the years go on, eventually the painter and their philosophy friend, they're like, you know, dang, what's you like haven't aged a day. That's kind of crazy, man. And yeah, so like in movies and stuff, the rule is Dorian Gray is basically invincible unless he looks at his picture. In the book, he can look at the picture all he wants. In fact, I think that makes it better, because then he just kind of sees how he keeps warping himself. So like, I don't know. I really liked Picture of Dorian Gray. I've read a lot of classics, and they're not all too hot. At least they just don't have like the kind of plot that that we've kind of gotten used to in this day and age. Let's see. What's Smee's favorite book is a novelty pirate book. You know, that's fitting. Let's see. What else? Who else is shouting out their League of Extraordinary Gentlemen's a guilty pleasure? Yeah, okay. It's a guilty pleasure. I'll give you that. Would I buy it? Probably not. Let's see. Okay, as far as my favorite book, gosh, that's trying to ask me like my that's like asking me to choose like a favorite child. Hold on one second. AJ said, as of right now, he's only had one job. It's a fast food place called Raising Cane's. I'm currently on a gap year. Hard to believe that I graduated 1 year ago. Hey, like, listen, like we all have to work our odd jobs. I've worked everything from lifeguarding to a coffee shop to flowers to freelancing. We've all got we've all got our own paths, and just as long as they lead us to where we're supposed to be going, I mean, look at Katori. Her first major job is YouTube, and while it's not the most stable of jobs, I'm happy for her. She was able to take her strength and turn it into something massive. Lord of the Rings books. Oh gosh, gosh, I feel I'm gonna sound like such a bad writer, but I couldn't get through the Lord of the Rings books. Like I love the movies. I admire Tolkien, but Tolkien and C.S. Lewis, like, completely bringing back fantasy. Obviously they did a lot of good. The Lord of the Rings books, oh my gosh. I was reading like the second book, I remember, and I was like 50 pages in, and it was maybe the second scene of the it was maybe the second scene of the movie. It just moved a bit too slow for my taste. Like, they were good. Like, I am not bashing the writing at all. I'm just, when it comes to purple prose, I really, really, really need to be invested into it. But yeah, I don't know. I get like really picky when it comes to certain genres. The two genres I'm thinking of is like horror and fantasy, because so much fantasy is just like, hey, what if Tolkien but slightly different? What if Tolkien but we don't use hobbits? Hashtag copyrighted. But oh no, I'm so sorry, Smee. It's oh gosh, oh no, I've upset Smee saying that I couldn't do the Lord of the Rings books. Okay, granted, I tried to read them back in like middle school. I was definitely a bit young for them. Well, I don't know. My first Stephen King book was like 6th grade. But yeah, I don't know. Man, I think I need to give the Lord of the Rings books another chance. But yeah, no, I was reading like pretty ahead of my grade when I was younger. I know, big shocker there. But yeah, no, I was yeah, my in oh no, the mods are fighting. Someone call Katori. She's not here. She's a million miles away in the far off land of I can't say. Um, oh hey, there, I just rhymed. So you guys also get a bit of poetry tonight. Free of charge, of course. But hey Thor, what is your favorite Lovecraft stories? Okay, so I have read a lot of Lovecraft. Great writing, not a great person. But my favorite Lovecraft story would have to be Shadow over Innsmouth. That story was like, I don't know, the buildup was perfect. And it was just like it was so cool. Um and like it was he used so the one character was just like, the town like drunk. And so his name was like Zadok Allen, I think. But anyway, he was like one of the best ways to take a story from realistic to absolutely insane in zero point 0.5 seconds, because he was a character that like you didn't know if you were supposed to believe. He was drunk. He's just ranting and raving. So it was like, okay, well, whatever. But when you're writing a story, Chekhov's gun. If you introduce something, it has to pay off. And so the fact that he had the drunk character, spewing all of this like evil fish people talk, it puts the idea in the reader's head. And so then it's like, as it starts becoming more and more apparent, I don't know. I love Shadow over Innsmouth. I wrote an entire essay about that. Honestly, I could talk forever about all of the a lot of books, honestly. Tolkien wasn't about shades of gray. It was very much black and white case of good versus evil, which is fine. Thank you very much. Yes, he was, Smee. Even though I haven't read literally his biggest books, I've done my fair share of Tolkien research. And it is really cool to like look at how Lord of the Rings was influenced by his time like in the army, and how how he like really cared about the environment, which is absolutely admirable. I'll like pick up other people's plastic and stuff just to take it home so I can recycle it. So Tolkien, he definitely had his head on straight, and it definitely came through in his stories. Whether he thought so or not is a completely other topic. Oh, but probably one of my favorite things to tell people about Tolkien. Okay, so Tolkien and C.S. Lewis were like best friends. First off, I love that. That's amazing. Why don't we have like a buddy cop TV show about Tolkien and C.S. Lewis? But also, like, they were reviewing C.S. Lewis, like the author of Narnia, was reviewing drafts of Lord of the Rings, while Tolkien was reviewing drafts of Narnia. That's amazing. So, people who have either seen Narnia or read it know that Father Christmas is a character. And that was, like, super contentious for some odd reason for Tolkien. He did not like Santa Claus being in Narnia. And so, like, he just had this, like, whole vendetta against it, and C.S. Lewis is standing there like, no, I'm keeping him in. Tolkien is like, take him out. And I'm just imagining these two like literary giants warring over the inclusion of Santa Claus in a fantasy story. All right. Narnia was a snooze fest. I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny, because I actually haven't read the Narnia books. I mean, I've heard that, like, you shouldn't start with the chronologically first story, which was what was it? The Magician's Nephew or something. But yeah, no, I heard that one is like really, really boring. And so it's better to just read them how they were released. Yeah, Shogo, Father Christmas is Santa. I mean, always thought that was like the male version of Mother Nature. I mean, okay, Santa's been depicted very differently in a lot of different, like, whatever. Sometimes Santa is like this force of nature. Sometimes he's a burly Russian man with a bunch of tattoos, like in Rise of the Guardians, which, by the way, get Katori talking about that movie. But no, it's oh yeah, and other times he's literally fighting Krampus. Krampus. Oh gosh, now I'm gonna start talking about that. So in my family, we love watching movies, and so a lot of time for holidays when we're kind of like winding down, we'll sit down and watch a movie. And I've been telling my mom about Krampus, and it is just like, it's the funniest thing to me because he's just kind of this like big, like, demonic looking creature, borderline, and it's just like, oh yeah, he just casually kidnaps children, don't worry about it. So we all sat down and we watched this horror movie for Christmas. Honestly, it was great. That was probably one of my favorite Christmases. Have I seen the Klaus the movie? Yes, Jimbo. I love Klaus. I love animation so much. So my oldest brother, he's an animator. He teaches animation, and he was also born on Walt Disney's birthday. So we've always been like really interested in like animation as a whole, thanks to him. And so whenever like something animated comes out, if it looks pretty, I am there for it. Like Spider-Verse, holy crap. I love Spider-Verse. Klaus, holy crap. That's 2D animated. That's insane. I can't wait for the next Spider-Verse. So yes, the Klaus movie, I absolutely love that, Jimbo. I wish Netflix would release it so I could just buy it. Because I don't want to pay for a Netflix subscription. But, Shogo, can you give us spoilers on the book that I'm writing? It's okay if I don't want to. Yeah, I can tell you guys a bit about my, my book that I'm working on. It's been a passion project that I've been working on and off since like high school. And when I say on and off, I mean there'll be like years in between where I haven't touched it. I'm trying to get back into it. Katori is the same way. She keeps saying like, "Hey Thor, can we get one of those workshops going? I need someone to kick my butt so I can work on my story." I'm like, "Yeah, same." But so my story is about it's set in a world where all fiction exists. And so the main character, she is aware that she's a main character. And so but she knows what comes with that, you know, a bunch of trials and tribulations, people dying, getting killed off for her own motivation, that kind of thing. So in order to like prepare herself to avoid any of that, she studies up on movies, books, and video games so that she can avoid any kind of inciting incident. Basically, I'm the villain of my own story. But yeah, that's the book that I'm working on, Shogo. Obviously, very meta. That's where my first nickname from Katori came from, Meta Kid. Yeah. I need someone to just like, yeah. I don't tell the higher ups, but yeah, I have so many like just backwater websites bookmarked so that I can pull up virtually any piece of media without paying for it. um, but still, you know, there's something about just having like something physical, you know, it's nice. Thor, if you love storytelling so much, have you ever played any visual novels? Yeah. Yeah, I have. Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh gosh, I love Doki Doki Literature Club. Is very like, that's a really good game. Even when I knew like the shocking moment, I knew exactly what was coming. I'd seen clips of it, and it still managed to like throw me way off. Make sure to kick your main protagonist's horse. So when they eventually start succeeding, it feels more gratifying. Yeah, of course, me. You know, it's my protagonist. She's a little spitfire. But you know, it's of course it's gonna have to build up to like some kind of some kind of battle between me and her, or maybe not battle, just some kind of confrontation. But yeah, no, she's oh yeah, and so spoilers. Katori, the other day on her stream, I said like, you know, she owes me a few favors, and it's like it's true, she does. She wouldn't be able to go on this vacation without my intervention, but but yeah, no, so that birthday present that she mentioned, so I did get her like actual birthday presents, but I was doing one more. I was going to draw the our two main characters kind of like fighting together. I underestimated how complicated it would be to draw her main character, Katori. So yeah, it's does Katori know this stream is happening, by the way? Yes, Mr. Top Hat. Katori does know. I told her, I told her, like, you know, would it be cool if I kidnapped Smee? And so this was supposed to be a Thor and Smee stream, but my ineptitude at streaming kind of won out in the first half hour, and we weren't able to get Smee on board. So Master Node is there. He's here. Yeah, hey. So yeah, before the stream even started, I like got a notification that I got a donation on Ko-fi. I was like, what? Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting like anything. And so like, yeah, Master Node just like donated just to test and see if Ko-fi was working. And yeah, Erich SMG also donated, and so did Bobby. And I was like, I kind of just put all the links in the description because like that's what you do. I'm really grateful. Why is AU Thor in the thumbnail so much more tanned than Smee? I thought you were white. Well, I mean, yes. Okay, so I'm actually more Mediterranean than anything. My mom's family, they're like straight out of Greece. So it's always funny. I like taking a picture of like my arm next to hers. and you know, it looks like I was adopted. So like, yes, I'm white with an asterisk, but I also grew up around a bunch of Greek people and celebrating 2 Easters and learning you know, how to speak Greek, and yeah, you know, just like, yeah, you know, growing up in growing up in a very like just Mediterranean sort of ethnic household. Wait, Masternode donation after the start of the stream? Hold on a second. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got another. Oh, wow. Yeah, Masternode donated again. Finally a split in the shell, but before you say anything, hold on a second. The reading of this donation gives you legal protection against any form of retaliation from the quote-unquote subject against you or your activity. However, this contract does not include physical or torture or... sequid. Man, I always give Katori crap for not knowing words. I don't know what this word is. Okay, hold on a second. I need to look up how you even pronounce this. Okay, sequestration. Oh my gosh. Man, okay. To Masternode, thank you so much for the donation. I wasn't expecting like anything. And you know, then you come out here and you start T-posing on me with words big enough that I don't even know them. You know, cheers to you. Masternode is addicted to donating during streams. You know what? There are worse things to be addicted to. You know, if my other brother, not the animator, he always wanted to have like a lot of money. Not because he wanted to be rich, but so that he could just give it away. Like, he likes leaving like staggering tips at restaurants and stuff. So it's like, yeah, you know, I can admire, you know, what, like, a desire to give your money away as opposed to hoard it, like, you know, the billionaires of the world. But, you know, it's like, I also, like, everyone is in a different financial standing. So, like, I try to donate as much as I can to creators, to charities and stuff. But, you know, I've also got rent to pay. But yeah. These college-educated people sure can read. You know what, piggies? I'm just, I'm part of a group chat where my nickname is literally the illiterate author. So, you know, no, I can't read. It's a shock that I can even read your comments. Mr. Beast, yeah, Jimbo, Mr. Beast, definitely. You know, he's. Didn't he pledge that he was like he wanted to give away like all of his money before he died, like. Absolutely, that's respectable. Even if it's like, you know, half of it's going to, you know, I'm gonna buy 10 billion Orbeez. You know, the money is doing something better than, you know, sitting in his back pocket, which is what most millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire money does. What are some cliches in media that I dislike the most? Oh, that's I don't know, cause like it's easier for me to choose like cliches that I genuinely like, as opposed to ones that I don't, because I mean, I don't know, like the third act breakup for no reason, that's done like pretty poorly a lot of a lot of time. But like found family, I will never not be on board for that. So like, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy, that kind of thing, like that was just written for me. Katori and Thor need each other in order to read completely. Oh yeah, you ought to see it. We'll both have a book open, and like I'll get a sentence, she'll get a sentence, and we're kind of just like, oh wait, what was that word? Oh, okay, that was the word. Okay. And if we're not reading the book together, then we have to like mail the book back and forth to each other via telegram or pigeon, with a note that says, "What is this word?" Master note: I'm not donating much, people. It's mainly a way to highlight my messages. Hey, listen, no one is ever obligated to donate to creators. And you know, I mean, me myself, I'm like am babby in terms of like content creation online. You know, I mentioned I'm doing like I'm starting a webcomic, and you know, I'm writing a book and everything, but those are all going to be under like my actual name. Like Katori and I have had very long discussions about, you know, pen names versus our actual names. And so it's like, you know, there is something gratifying about seeing your actual name on like a work that you make. Then again, you know, people always back. Oh my gosh, my voice just cracked into the stratosphere. Sorry, Mr. Sullivan. Anyway, but yeah, there's something gratifying about like seeing your actual name like on the cover of a book. But check my Ko-fi again. The point, the amount of the donation. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm starting to realize why Katori always has a glass of water, because like talking for 2 hours straight. Good gosh. Yeah. No. My that's usually when I can tell I'm dehydrated, is when my voice starts cracking. AJ, wasn't sure if you're interested in sci-fi horror series idea that I'm currently brainstorming right now. Sci-fi horror. I don't read a lot of it. I mean, well, I mean, I like sci-fi, but I'm also like really picky about it. I mean, if you're going something more in the stream of like Alien, I mean, you can't go wrong. The horrors of the infinite blackness. Yeah, I say go for it, AJ. Thor became a man tonight. Yes, Alpha Buck. It finally happened. They dropped. Now Thor is truly a man. Yeah, the third act breakup was done well in Wreck-It Ralph. Like, cliches aren't inherently bad. Like, I always make sure to like say that, because you know, cliches are just patterns and that are repeated a bit too much. And so yeah, it's like cliches can be used really well. I mean, look at the Lego movie. I know I mentioned that earlier. Like, that movie is absolutely brimming with cliches, but but they do it in a way that like it makes sense. It's a story being told by a kid in an oversaturated media world. Of course, all the stories he tells are gonna have all those cliches, and so Yeah, is not Masternode. Are you donating again? What the heck? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm well now I'm turning into Katori, forgetting to forgetting to check my Kofi. Um, do you agree with the usage your friend is making of positive reinforcement in order to create a docile following, manipulating their beliefs and values to make a strike force capable of overthrowing the U.S. government? This information could interest a couple of U.S. agencies. Masternode, are you trying to get me on a watch list? Don't worry about it. I'm a writer. My search history is enough to get me on a watch list, on several watch lists. Um, I mean, honestly, like, maybe the past generations, they were much more like, stern kind of parenting. But I think people nowadays, like, yeah, the more like, the nicer approach to things. To use a reference that like Katori like always goes back to Avatar: The Last Airbender. Toph tried to teach Aang with like, like, come on, what are you doing? Like, get on that, get training. But Katara, she's like, this ain't it, chief. You, you gotta be nice to him. And so like, yeah, so for the sake of establishing New Ohio and taking over the world eventually, yeah, I'd say it's a good approach. People that wander into this stream that like have no knowledge of my connection to Katori are gonna be very lost. I'm trying to find a way to add both the fictional side of my story plus some actual science stuff in my story to explain certain things in astronomy. Well, AJ, I mean, it's called science fiction for a reason because like some of the science is like actual science. Some of my some of my favorite series, like, there's no way they could ever happen in real life, but since they have that air of like the author knows what he's talking about, or knows what they're talking about, you know, it just makes you feel like you're in safe hands, basically. When the author just knows what they're doing, it's so much better of an experience than people being like, you know, reading a book and you're like, that makes zero sense. It takes you out of it. Yes, Piggies, you did hear New Ohio, of course. We gotta see. It was Katori's channel. It's getting too big, so like we gotta talk about it on these backwater channels with only a few people around. What are your thoughts on fantasy in a modern setting? I love it. I love it, Iron. Fantasy in... Okay, so it's it's called urban fantasy. That's the genre. Yeah, it's really cool. And I was so excited when I heard that Pixar was going to do it with Onward. They didn't push it far enough. Like, the movie was fine, but yeah, no, it was like you could have just replaced any of the fantasy creatures with normal people, and it's like, that's not fun. When you got to the end and they had like that dragon made of debris, that was awesome. Like, its roar was like mixed with a school bell. Like, I loved that. I wanted the entire movie to be that. But yeah, no, urban fantasy is definitely really cool and like very untapped, because I feel like, Hollywood, they don't know what to do with that. Let's see. Yeah, hey, AJ, if you know a lot about astronomy, like definitely like build that into your book. I mean, I like the whole like narrative sense of writing, so I build that into my stories, and so all my characters are super aware that they're in a book or in game or in a whatever, is it the first person that you need to entertain with the things that you create is yourself. So, if you're going to spend hours and hours on making these things, yeah, you should be having some kind of fun. What are your takes on documentaries, specifically World War II ones? I like documentaries. I don't watch a lot about like the world wars. Strange enough, like the more obscure the topic is, the more into it I'll be. Or Titanic. I was also obsessed with the Titanic when I was very young. And so like if I want to put on a documentary in the background as I like take a nap or as I do something else, it's probably going to be Titanic. But just traipsing around the YouTubes, there's that one video that never stops getting recommended to me. It's about like the Onceler fandom. It's like a 2-hour long video just dissecting all the madness about people shipping the Onceler with himself. It's so weird. But also it was a really enjoyable video to watch. Thor, any advice for those thinking of getting into writing? / people suffering through creative burnout? Yeah, so actually, the novel that I'm writing now, it was kind of like I was going through a rough patch in life, a rough patch in high school. I was going through a rough patch in life, and I hadn't been able to write for like months. And so then I kind of just broke down and just started writing whatever I could think of. And the only thing I could think of was writing. And so that's kind of what made it evolve into this story about, this main character revolting against her author. I didn't even have like the gender of the character figured out until I came up with a name. And then I was like, oh, that sounds feminine. Guess it's a girl. Thor, do you know of Halo? Yeah, like Halo the games. I haven't really played Halo the games. I've played really the only shooter that I've played is Fortnite, and that's because of Katori and my sister-in-law. I don't play a lot of like, hey, Bobby's back. What did you miss? Well, we solved the echoing, and unfortunately we had to execute Smee. He's dead now. But anyway, yeah, as far as like, games with guns, I don't play a lot of like first person or third person shooters for that matter. But yeah, no, I know about Halo. No, not Overwatch either, Jimbo. Oh yeah, sorry, Smee, you're dead now. Since female characters were mentioned before, who would you say some of your favorite female characters are? Oh gosh, favorite female characters. That's gosh, that's a tough choice. Because I do like a lot of female characters. And so half the time it'll be like, whatever I'm like really into at the time. I know I said Dr. Sattler from Jurassic Park, but she's really good. I really like her. I think choosing favorite characters is even more difficult than trying to choose a favorite character is even more difficult than trying to choose a favorite book or movie or something. Smee jumped into the stream for a second and Thor went crazy on him. Yeah, it was like I was like, oh man, I'm really struggling with this stream. I'm I gotta take it out on someone, and unfortunately it was Smee, and so now he. That's true. He will return Jedi style. He'll be more powerful than we could possibly imagine. All right, I'm gonna get some water again really quick. I already ran out because wow, does your throat get dry doing this? Okay, that was eventful. Let's drink water now and not die. Red Dead Redemption 2. I haven't played it, Shmee. Nope, Shmee didn't say that. That's Jimbo. I haven't played that, Jimbo. But water pouring ASMR. But yeah, so I haven't played Red Dead Redemption. I mean, what I'm really enjoying right now is so Katori and her family, they like went on vacation, but Tears of the Kingdom released, and so of course her brother pre-ordered it, and so so he's like, hey Thor, could you pick that game up for me? And so I went and picked it up, and he was like, you can play it like while I'm not there. And so definitely been losing sleep to Tears of the Kingdom because oh gosh, if there's one series that I absolutely love, it is Legend of Zelda. I could probably have an entire stream where I do nothing but explain the timeline, and I'd be a happy camper. I could probably do it. But yeah, no, I've I really enjoyed Breath of the Wild over the past 6-7 years. I saw a story that was like it's the longest gap between mainline Zelda releases, but yeah, so yeah, so I've been going through it, and like for all the naysayers that were like, it's just the same map again. It's not. It's very different. It's very easy to get lost. Because like Nintendo really captured a completely new feeling of like familiarity, but also like just kind of getting back into things. You start seeing and recognizing a bunch of NPCs that you start seeing like all these NPCs that you saw before in the previous game, and it's like they've actually all like developed and changed, and it's like it's so cool. Roy's VIP of the stream, and he's not even here. Oh gosh, yeah, he is. I'm sure. I'll definitely have to include this in the. I'll have to include this in the stream highlights. So I'm sure Roy will get a kick out of that. He. Have you okay? We got a master node again. Thank you. Have you considered making YouTube shorts of your videos to promote your channel? The algorithm is clearly pushing for this type of content lately. I've seen similar content creators make quick history anecdotes and drive potential viewers to the main content. That's not a terrible idea. Especially if I like just chop up the smaller facts and stuff. I think that's not a terrible idea. After I kind of got thrown sideways in January, I really lost steam on like everything. And so it's like I do want to keep the channel going and growing. But also like I have like other projects that I'm also working on, but yeah, so that's not a bad idea, because I definitely, I like history. I like old art and talking about that kind of stuff. And so if I could do that with more short form content, that's not a bad thing. Do you at least get to play as Zelda? I have heard that the game can only be successful of younger play Zelda. So I mean, despite having played quite an embarrassing amount of hours in the past like 2 days, I'm actually not too far in the game. I like games where you can kind of just like meander and zone out, but I also like really thick story. Zelda tickles that fancy on both fronts. And so, so I kind of just like jump into it and start wandering around like, ooh, shiny thing. Ooh, shiny thing. And so, I've kind of, let's see, where did I go first? I think when I landed, the first place that I went to go was like the desert, because I love the Gerudo, however you want to say it. And so so I went out there before I even got like the paraglider, and I kept like falling off cliffs and almost dying, because that's you just kind of keep charging through. And so Link is just like overheating, like throwing himself ragdolling off of cliffs, like, oh, if I can just get to that one shrine, then I have a checkpoint, I can keep going. And so I've just kind of been like meandering around. I've gotten to like the Rito place and the Gerudo town, and again, it's like, it's so cool just to see how things have like changed when you're so used to them being a certain way over the past few years. If you do play as Zelda, which, I would love that. I would absolutely be here for that. I keep saying Nintendo needs to make a Zelda game where you play as Zelda transforming into Sheik that takes place in the 7-year gap in Ocarina of Time. I probably sound like a bigger nerd than usual right now, but anyway, but yeah, it's so I've really been enjoying the new Zelda content. I've definitely been starved. What's your opinion on the Five Nights at Freddy's series? I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's, it's a game. I don't play a lot of horror, so I haven't played Five Nights at Freddy's. It's definitely sparked like a lot of creativity and stuff, and it did wonders for game theory. But I'm sure I'll eventually see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie when it eventually comes out. If you ever plan on playing Apex, let me know. I'd be happy to show you the ropes. Oh, gosh. Katori told me that Apex would just, like, throw me against the wall and just punch my face in. She definitely didn't word it like that, but, she definitely said it would destroy me. Especially as someone who, like, just isn't... I didn't grow up with tank controls. I grew up with, Zelda and Mario 64 and all that. And so it's like one control stick. You move, you face that direction. Tank controls, like, I barely have a grip on it for Fortnite. It's an absolute miracle I've won any matches. Yeah, so I don't know about Apex, but if I was to become like a gaming YouTuber, I could probably be like one of those like indie people. Oh gosh, Masternode, are you? Hold on a second. There's Master Node. He's popping in again. He's like, oh, I can't escape him. Okay. If, in opposition of multiple of your friend's statements, you claim that her objective isn't political, the only deductible explanation for business nourishing the dopamine dependency of her audience on such a large scale would be the active search of potential husband. Oh now, Master Node. Oh gosh. Now Katori's gonna kick down the door of the stream and be like, what are you talking about in here? Oh gosh. Oh boy. Well, I'll definitely have to have this in the highlight reel too. So Katori would be like, what were you all talking about on the stream? And I'll just be like, yeah, don't worry about it. She loves when I say that. Or no. Let's see. It's don't worry about it and not with that attitude. Those are the two things that I always say that will never fail to get under her skin. I don't hate tank controls. It's just that like I'm just not as used to them. I can play games with tank controls. Like I love the Portal games. But you know, those aren't really requiring you to be expert level with tank controls. You just kind of like, you know, that's just sort of how you move as you wander through the test chambers. But and like, you know, technically speaking, pretty much any walking simulator is is tank controls. I mean, you have the Stanley Parable, which yeah, it's technically tank controls, but I mean, you know, no one would be comparing that to like Fortnite. 1, 2, Katori's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. Oh gosh, yeah, I know. What am I gonna do? Katori's gonna come back from vacation and she's gonna be like, Thor, what have you done? Yeah, Half-Life games. I've been meaning to like get into those. You know, it's yeah, I know they're like set in the same world. Aren't a lot of Valve's games connected? Like I thought Portal, Half-Life, and like Left 4 Dead, maybe something else. But yeah, no, I definitely want to play those too. Piggy's got to get ready for an event. Have a good one, Thor, Smee, chat. It's a fun stream. Should do this more often, not just when the boss is gone. You know, once I like actually figure out how to stream correctly, I managed to get out of the echo chamber, which, you know, thank God for that. Yeah, so I've got, you know, streaming by myself with a semi-static background down on lock. So yeah, no, can't stream it. Can't stream Saturdays at 6. That'd be stepping on, you know, Katori's toes. But but yeah, no, I'll definitely consider, you know, streaming more, because like, yeah, once I breathed and got some water, it's been fun. Yeah, I guess we only have like 9 minutes left. Yeah, I guess the time does go a bit quicker on streams. Yeah, so sorry, there's more you know, mouse clicking ASMR there. But yeah, no, it's yeah, for my first stream ever, I guess it could have been far more disastrous. Let's see. I'm not much of a fantasy person, but one anime series. The Owl House. Yeah, the Owl House. That's a show like on my to watch list. That's let's see what there's been kind of like, thanks to Gravity Falls, definitely. There's been like a real uptick in animated Disney shows just being really good. Not as good as Gravity Falls, but like the rebooted DuckTales series, that was great. That was hilarious. Amphibia, that was great. I loved it. And yeah, the Owl House, that's definitely like next on my hit list of cartoons. Worst book I've ever read. Oh my gosh. Okay. I know the answer to this. I have an answer to this. So this was more of a case of like false advertising. So I picked up a book. I was just going through the young adult section, and I picked up a book, and it was called like Replica or something like that. But anyway, when you read the back of the book, it's it says it's about like, it's a society where, kind of in the future, where like the upper class, they're able to make clones of themselves, and then they back up their memories to them, so that if they're ever like, knocked off, then their clone takes their place with wherever their memories were backed up to. That's a really cool premise. I like that for a world. But then it goes a little further, and the main guy character is taken out, and so then it's up to his fiance and his clone to basically solve his own murder mystery. Like, that sounds awesome. That's so cool. So I pick it up with like this kind of like future noir like vision in my head, but then it was like the author was just like really preoccupied with like this romance subplot, where like the guy didn't actually like her because he was gay, and it was like, I don't know. I was reading the story for a whole murder mystery, and it was just like, just not as advertised. And I was, maybe if I went back and read it with that knowledge, it wouldn't be the worst book that I ever read, but I don't know. It was just disappointing. Okay, Masternode dropping in again. Oh my gosh. Could you indicate the difficulty an Alaskan with romantic intentions would have to reach your friend's heart using one of three options? The coldest place of Antarctica, the inside of a Pacific volcano, the summit of Mount Everest, or the deepest level of the Mariana Trench? Okay, well, the Pacific Island, Katori would absolutely burst into flames upon setting foot there. Coldest place in Antarctica. I mean, she likes being cold. She runs on her own temperature. I don't know if you guys remember, but like during the interview stream, like I was sitting next to her in like jeans and a coat. She's in a tank top. She looks down at me and she's like, "Do you want this blanket?" It's bad. Summit of Mount Everest. Well, good luck getting her up there. In her own words, she does not walk. All right. 4 minutes left. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude, as a guy living in a Pacific Island country, yeah, she would bake over here in the Philippines. I mean, on this vacation alone, I've already got messages from her that she's just been like, "Hey, so died today, LMAO." I'm kidding. She didn't say LMAO. She messages with XD. Very 2012, right? Wow, now she is gonna come kick my butt. Okay. But yeah, Masternode, like thanks so much for donating again. I wasn't expecting to get like any donations. I kind of just like put the links there because like that's what you do, and you know, to make it look a little nicer, you like to see it just sort of like see the space filled out a bit. But yeah, Masternode, Bobby, Egrich, like thank all you guys. Thanks. Oh my gosh, I missed some. What? Okay, now I see. Oh my gosh, and Zagareth. Oh my gosh, wait, and Iron. What the heck? I missed a lot. Where'd you all come from? Okay, now I understand why Katori misses everything. Oh my gosh. Okay. Iron Piedmont. Sorry the stream didn't have the best start. Other than that, I hope your day's going well. Thank you, Iron. Yeah, once we got it all figured out, we were going. Zagareth, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Yeah, of course. The stream right now. Oh gosh, Egrich clipped me. Oh no. Egrich donated twice. Gosh, sorry guys, I'm like speed running this. I was like, oh gosh, where did these all come from? Like, yeah, Masternode was just appearing on top for some reason. Wow. Okay, so now I understand why Katori misses so many. They don't really come up like in order, or at least the refresh rate is just abysmal. Opinion on the Avatar screen set? I mean, movies. Yeah. Egrich. Yeah, Egrich. The Avatar, the Last Airbender movie. Ouch. Or did you mean like the Blue People movies? I mean, I saw the first Avatar movie, and it was Pocahontas in space. It was fine. I didn't see the second one. I don't know. The Avatar movies, like, yeah, Craig, I couldn't have said it better. It exists. It's yeah, I don't know. I never really got the hype around them. Like they're fine, I guess. I could see the appeal, but I never really got into them. And so then it was like, oh my gosh, they're making Pandora down in Disney. Is it in Disney? I was like, oh, cool. Well, I got really excited when he said that you were building the world from Avatar, because I thought you meant Last Airbender, but nope. Alas and alack. But yeah, let's make sure I didn't miss any other Kofi. But yeah, there's Bobby. See, okay, yeah, I gotta just keep refreshing. Like, what the heck? Bobby donated again. Sorry for missing most of the stream. Keep up the good work, bud. All right, thank you, Bobby. Yeah, you know what? All you guys that like stuck with me through that absolute heck of a first half hour. Thanks. You guys were all like really chill and like actually trying to help me out too. So like I appreciate it. It's once I brought my nerves back down to planet Earth, I was like, okay, cool. Well, we can chill and chat. I always chat with you guys in like Katori's chats, but it's nice to be able to like actually talk to you guys and like speak like this. But yeah, so guess I gotta start wrapping this stuff up because I don't know if Katori mentioned it, but her secret mission for me while she's on vacation is I'm house sitting for them and also watching over all of their animals. So I gotta go make sure that Scruffy is still doing good. Same with Hallow and Milo and all of them animals. And also got to get back to playing Tears of the Kingdom. Let's go. All right. Yep. See everyone. See you, AJ, Egrich, Zagarith, Shogo, Ty. Gosh, how does Mama Tori like read out all of your names? And yes, next time we do this, I'm gonna Brad voice before you go. Okay, I'll sign off with Brad voice, Shogo. But yeah, when by next time I'll have it figured out. Smee, I'll message you. We'll figure out how to get you on. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little half mod takeover. All right. Oh wait, no, there's one more Kofi. All right. My last donation can't be about another streamer. That would be bad manners. There's many links between historical literature and movies or fictional books. Have you ever thought of using pop culture you like as a guideline to introduce historical facts? Yeah, that's definitely a thought. It's definitely a thought master node. Yeah, I think I need to do more of that. Because I definitely tried to plan out like my Egyptian Book of the Dead book to come out around the time as Black Adam, because I knew that was set in Egypt. So that was like kind of a thing, but yeah, no, it's definitely not a bad idea for that. But anyway, yeah, take care, bros. Don't forget to drink your protein powder. Drink your protein powder? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Drink your protein shakes, bro. All right. Good night, everyone. Gosh, time to drink more water. And sift through the madness that was that first half hour. See y'all.